Hey everybody, and welcome to Creative Borderline. Let's talk about it. I am currently doing chores. I've been really busy lately. If you haven't noticed, I haven't been on in a while. So I do have to get things done. It's not the first time I've had to do it like this, and it won't be the last. So today I just kind of wanted to express the feeling that you have when you don't lose. I feel like I always lose. I feel like I never win. No matter how hard I try, I feel like every time I stick up for myself, I've always had it thrown in my face or shoved back in my face. Like I'm not supposed to. Like I'm just supposed to cower and let the evil things of the world happen to me. Today, I had a court date for my children. I have talked about some of that. I'm also dog training. Tink, here. So please forgive me for that as well. But back to my Tink. Here. Stay. Back to what I was saying is my at a court date this morning. I have talked about this a little bit throughout episodes of my podcast and my YouTube channel, and also on my blog. So if you need to catch up, there's that, or you will hear more to come, I am sure. Well, you will. There's no I'm sure about it. This is what this is for, is extra therapy for myself and to help others. So with that being said, this post is a happy post, an informative post, and we're not going to talk about the negativities of my life today because I don't want to put myself in a negative mood, so to speak. So anyway, it got thrown out. It was a child support case. It got thrown out. So just one small victory in my day. So with that being said, I went today by myself, and I tried to talk myself out of it 100 times because I didn't think I could do it. I wasn't going to do it. I can't do it. Well, I did. I went and I did it. So that was the biggest victory of the day, is I actually made it to the courthouse to get anything done. So I'm hoping that'll make it easier come later this month when I have to go back. And yeah, I just feel like that is the little tiny pieces of fear that I conquered today. It wasn't it wasn't some extravagant event. He wasn't even there. So, I mean, there's a lot of factors that played in my favor today, but I'm thankful for them. It's really funny because on my way there, I had to go to the gas station. I bought a $3 lottery ticket, and I literally said to myself, if I win, it's luck. I'm going to have good luck today. If I lose, obviously, my luck's not going to be that great. So I scratched this lottery ticket off. It was a $3 lottery ticket, and I won $3. So you can look at it either way. You broke even or you won. I didn't say if I break even, then it's just going to be, who knows, heads or tails. And so anyway, it's kind of ironic how that worked. But I've never scratched off any lottery tickets. A 1 and a 5, and I won the same amount, the amount of the ticket. Never any other ones. So for me, that was even more ironic. But anyway, fears, borderlines and fears. This is a big one I want to talk about because we borderline's one of the 9 criteria, and it's always been the first one on every list I've read. See if I can get this to stand up. It's been on number 1 on every list I've ever read. Come on, sit. And it's fear of abandonment. So if you're familiar with borderline personality disorder, the 9 criteria, there's 9 criteria. You have to have 5 out of the 9 to get a diagnosis. I had no idea what borderline personality disorder was until September of last year, 2019. And gosh, that water's hot. So I was doing some research on like why because sometimes I'm just terrified of everything. So I wanted to know what the deal was, why I was, like this. And, I didn't have social anxiety until I was diagnosed with borderline and was studying about it and learned about all the things that I did and done. And I'll be right back, guys, to the video screen. But I never understood all these things, and the more I educated myself about it, which I should probably do a video on, the education process that I went through, I will. I think that'll be a good video, actually. But the more I realized the monsters aren't underneath our beds. And for a long time, I couldn't see past people hurting me, and I didn't break down the formula of what was real. It was just, I had to focus on learning and changing who I was. And in the meantime, I got to learn other things about the real world that I so naively looked through. And I have a bad social anxiety disorder from it now. You wouldn't think, since I'm chatty Cathy on here, but it is true. For a long time I couldn't even go to Walmart by myself, and then it was a slow, gradual process, and every time I'd have a bad experience, it would take me a while to get back there. And so that's something I still struggle with. I don't like to talk to people, even people that I don't not like, which also causes frustration in my relationship. But I mean, at the end of the day, he gets it. But I wasn't always like this, so that I think is the hardest part, is adjusting to the new me and becoming myself in the midst of not knowing who I really am. It's been a roller coaster journey for both him and I. But he's a good man, and he loves me unconditionally. Sit, Daisy, sit. Sorry, I have a corgi and a, 6-month-old. She's 6 months old. Oh my gosh, and she's a giant. Ken Corso and Great Dane mix, or however you want to say that. She's a giant. I would have 20 more of these dogs. They're so smart, but they are so clingy, I guess would be the word. She sits on my feet. She follows me everywhere I go. And then I have my corgi who thinks she's 7 foot tall and bulletproof, and she's not. But we're going through some training right now because they have gotten to the point where they don't want to listen to me when their dads are around. So bear with me with that too. Tink. Sit. Sit. Stay. Anyway, so back to fear and abandonment. Through my education, and I will do a video on that, how I educated myself in the process of trying to come to terms with my diagnosis. But today we're talking about fear. So, like I said, the 9 criteria, the number one thing on every list I have found so far, literally is fear of abandonment. It always leads with that, and through my educating process and my own experiences, not everybody's the same, and not all borderlines are the same, but from my experience, the majority of borderlines will go to extreme lengths without even realizing what they're doing. Like, it doesn't become it's no longer right or wrong anymore. It's survival mode, and that's actually what my therapist, one of them, calls it, survival mode. But it was more than that. Sorry, I was thinking about something that reminded me. My therapist never called me today, and it threw me off track for a second. But, circle talking. But anyway, survival mode. We go into survival mode. We're not thinking about our actions. We are surviving. And whether the reality of the matter is that we're going to survive with or without this person, that's not how it really is. Tink. Sit. That's not how it really is in our brains. How it really is in our brains is, this is it. Doomsday. There is what triggers, that's a word people use a lot. Sit. 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 Thank you. Trigger is what triggers a borderline. I hear that all the time. But anyway, when we go through an episode, or we have a moment, or however you want to call it, I call it lapse in reality because or an episode, but I literally, and when I feel like this, it is the end of the world. And when I come out of it, it's not the end of the world. And sometimes I just don't even know why I got so upset about something so usually stupid, which I probably shouldn't say stupid, but I bust those tea bags. Surely not. Yeah, I'm looking to see if I busted the tea bag in the tea. Because I do this sometimes. No, I don't think so. Okay, anyway. And I have gone through great lengths, I guess, when I thought I was going to be abandoned. And, looking back now, I get it now. I'm like, why did I ever do that? And I have a lot of those moments. Why did I ever do that? Like a lot. Tink, get in here and sit down. Sit. She wanted a nice kitty for me. But I have a lot of those moments now that I realize, oh my gosh, and ask myself, why in the world did I do this? Why did I do this? And it sucks because you can't take it back. You can't. You can't take back getting this. You can't take back any of it. Take in here. So just better take it with me. So we have fear of abandonment. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from that one. Sorry I had you guys on pause, so I forgot something. I do apologize. But fear of abandonment, obviously number one. I was talking about how I have done some questionable things. I didn't even realize, I was just surviving. That's the best way to put it. Okay, so there are several things. If you look up different fears with borderlines, you'll find several different articles. Or several different fears that borderlines have. And you, if you are borderline, you yourself can kind of, you know your own fears. There was 4 big ones that I find, and they were afraid of being alone, fear of abandonment, afraid of being alone, fear of rejection, and fear of failure. Those are the biggest ones I found. There's all kinds of fears that borderlines have, and a lot of them are normal fears, but it's so extensive or so severe that it stops their daily life. And I can relate. I don't like to be around people. I have a fear of people, petrified of being hurt or rejected or not good enough or being who I am, who I truly am, whoever that is. So I'm still figuring that out. Isn't going to be enough, So especially when it's first all started happening, now it's tamed a lot and it's a lot better. But I still want to be around people, but it's not so bad that I think that I have had, it was so bad, it was like somebody so terrified of spiders that they start crying. That's how I was about leaving my house for a while. And it's sad, but it's true. Also, so my fear of rejection and failure is just as extensive just as bad, whatever the word is I'm looking for, is my fear of abandonment. I don't mind being alone, especially now. At first, I hated it, and I just hated it. Now, I don't mind it so much. So, anyway, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of failure. Failure is something I feel. Told you. Failure is, I failed at suicide, and I have dealt with feeling like suicide. I failed at that, so I must be just a failure at everything. And I don't so much anymore because, you know what, I want to live. And today, I was trying to make a video today earlier, and I didn't end up using it because it would just, I don't know, that I would be talking and my lips would, like I would be behind, like my mouth would be mouthing and it'd be behind on the words or whatever. So I decided not to use it because it looked funny. But today was the first day that I realized that I want to live. I said it out loud, and then I repeated it, and then I screamed it. Like, that's the first time in years, many years, maybe ever, that I felt like I wanted to live. So there's got to be some progress. But like I was saying, why do I look so funny? Here, that's better. Oh, don't want the girls hanging out there. But anyway, where is the camera on this thing? Okay, sorry. It had me upside down, weird, funny looking at my nose. But, and I look like crap today. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm dealing with failure, and I mean, it's just this, I mean, it's just as bad as the abandonment, and then rejection and failure. Okay, failure is a big thing, and I don't have enough time to talk about failure today, but I'm gonna break that out into its own video and own podcast segments, because failure is a big one. And then rejection, it's also a big one and deserves its own entity too. So that's how that's gonna go. But for today is an awesome day. Sorry this video is so sketchy and all over the place, but I had stuff I had to get done in a very short amount of time. And I also wanted to share my good news and let y'all know I'm still okay, I guess. But I also wanted to say, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this video, or subscribe to my channel, and check out my website, beyondtheborderline.net. There's my fundraising events on there, selling items and donating as much as I can to suicide prevention, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to be exact, and RAINN, RAINN, and Project Fearbox. So 75% of my profits go to 25 into each one goes 25 goes into each one. There we go. But every order comes with some handouts. I've got several handouts, and then it also comes with a magnet and this bracelet until I run out, and I plan on getting more. But Talk Saves Lives. It's a very important campaign for me. I am advocating for them, and I'm proud of that. That's a big accomplishment in my life, and I want to continue to do good and put good in the world and represent this organization. So with that being said, if you need somebody to talk to, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, or the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255, or TALK. Text to TALK number is 741741, 741741. 911 for emergencies. Everybody knows that. If you need to find treatment, mentalhealthamerica.net, finding help, / finding help, findtreatment.samhsa.gov. Good information here. Good pamphlets. There's so many resources. There's so much. They give so much information on such little bits of help and treatment there is. So that is a good one. Check out their website. And I'm going to shoot for tomorrow to try to get another video up. I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so I should be able to do that for y'all. As of right now, y'all take care. Don't forget, check out my website and subscribe to that too. So